Welcome to Fast Cars, Fast Girls. We are your INDYCAR experience. Well, Molly, we just got done with the inaugural Nashville race. We have
Music
lots of things to
City,
talk about.
Grand Prix.
The Music City Grand Prix.
Yes. Yep.
And, you know, we were promised a good party, and they delivered. I will say
They
that
delivered.
Nashville knows how to have a good time.
Jesus God.
Oh my goodness. By Sunday, there were some people that I don't know how they were standing. And I'm saying that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it was it, it was quite the weekend. Um, a lot of fun, a lot of heat. Damn, Nashville.
Oh, damn, Nashville. Also, apparently, we brought the heat back up with us.
Oh, it was oppressive today.
Yeah, somebody's like, oh, this heat is just like the South. And I just started crying in my office. I was like, no,
Like,
I
no,
can't escape the heat.
don't want that. Although what I appreciated about Nashville is that when it did get super hot and you were like, this is it, I'm gonna die or I'm gonna kill myself. Then there would be a shower to
That's
like,
true.
yeah, with rain that was like not cold but cooler, and it felt refreshing.
Tepid,
And
yes.
yeah, well, a little cooler than tepid.
Eh,
Maybe tepid, yeah, kind of right in there.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, and then it would drop the temperature like 10 degrees,
yeah. And
or at
then
least it
you,
felt like it did.
and then the sun would come back, like the heat would come back, and would just your clothes would be dry by the time you got to the done, so it's fine.
It was beautiful.
I
Yeah,
think that
that part
counted
of
as
it
a
I liked.
shower,
I
right?
liked that little afternoon shower, cool things off. My clothes are dry by the time I got to go anywhere. Like, beautiful. That was
Nice.
nice.
That was nice.
And we saw a rainbow in a circle all the way around a cloud.
Yeah.
I'd never seen that
Strange
before.
things happen in Nashville.
Yeah, if anybody else has seen that or it's really common and I just don't look up enough, I guess let me
Yeah,
know.
I've
But
seen it times, but like I don't see it every day, so
yeah, it doesn't. Yeah,
it's not like a everyday occurrence. I mean, at
just
least I don't think it is. How
yeah,
about that?
but it did look really cool. But yeah, so Nashville. Ah, well,
Uh,
let's
there's
just get right into it.
yeah, there's only one way to cover the weekend.
Oh, and I'm just, just theme of the weekend would be red flags. There's no need to talk about practice or quals. Doesn't matter. Lots of red flags.
Lots of red flags. I
Uh,
really do feel that 2/3 to 3/4 of the field caused either or had some sort of crash or slip or bump,
or
uh,
incident of some sort.
some type of incident at some point over the weekend. I'm really actually leaning more to like 3/4 of the field.
I would agree with that. I mean, okay, so Nashville knows how to party. They know how to have a good time. They know how to host. They absolutely do.
Yes.
Well, the jury is out on if they know how to build a racetrack.
Yeah.
Um, it
Like
was it was very narrow.
it I think if the track were a scotch wider in places, honestly,
It'd be
it'd
great.
be great. The overall design and kind of the two sections, the tighter turn sections and the kind of the other was kind of tight too, but like separated by that bridge. Awesome. I think that's an awesome idea for a track layout. I think in the details, maybe we widen a couple of areas just a bit, like
Yeah.
just widen it a little bit.
What is this,
Um,
a racetrack for ants?
exactly. It felt like it at times.
It did
No,
feel like it.
actually, it felt way too claustrophobic, and I'm not a claustrophobic person. But that like front camera view, I was like, no, no,
Mm-mm.
no,
Like, no,
mm-mm,
thank you.
no. This is a coffin. This is how I die.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of people crashed this weekend. People that you would have never expected to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, it was a cool course. It was, but
It,
just
it was
just a little bit wider.
just needed a
Uh,
few years.
yeah, almost half of our laps were red flag laps.
I or yellow.
or yellow.
And I can't. Somebody did math of some sort that if you kind of looked at time, like total time for the race and like caution time, it was like 40-ish% was 40 to 40. I can't quite remember it. Was spent in caution.
Oh, I believe it.
And I was like, that sounds about right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I believe it. All right.
Yep.
Starting 16th, finishing 27th, Sebastian Bourdais.
Just the man needs a win.
He really does.
I mean, first, we'll talk about the lap one single car incident. Or lap two, technically, whatever. Single car incident. But after the restart, poor Bourdais just got nailed by Marcus.
He did.
He was out. He was out. He gone.
That was it.
Got out. Yep.
And that was the first caution.
A second caution.
Or the second caution, yeah.
Yeah. It usually you would think last would be first caution, but surprisingly not because Bourdais has shit luck.
Yeah. And starting 25th, finishing 26th, we have Jimmy Johnson.
This is my favorite thing ever. First of all, not a great weekend for Jimmy.
No.
Because that big old red flag install lap of quals.
God.
First group install lap of quals screwed his car during the warm up, and then he got DQ'd. He got DQ'd because they worked on his car during a red. I'm like,
then he shouldn't even have a placing here because if you're disqualified, then that's a DNF.
They did it weird because we have 2 DQs and they both were like placed. So I think they look at when you were disqualified, like what lap, and that counts.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you get your points up until then.
Yeah, because I mean technically everybody who crashes out is a DNF.
Well, yeah.
But they still place depending on when they crash out.
That's true. That makes sense.
So I think I guess that's how they're handling it. I mean, I'm with you. If you get DQ'd, you should be actually sent to the back of the line.
Yeah. No, it was just like, I think about like swimming, like if somebody gets disqualified or if there was a false start and that person's disqualified, like it doesn't matter how good my last start was, it doesn't mean it doesn't count anymore. I have to do it all again.
I agree. I'm in full agreement because that's technically what that's disqualification.
Yeah, right?
Like,
yeah.
Bye, bitch. You out.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a weird interview with Jimmy. He was like, oh, I guess, in NASCAR, we're not allowed to work the cars during red conditions. So I guess that's the same here. And I'm like, how did nobody on Chip Ganassi Racing think that putting the car up on the jack, like taking the nose cone, like the car was...
Well, at first they were like, we weren't working on it. We were just looking at it so we knew what to fix. And then it was like, but
off that car.
Pieces were off of the car. And then it was, oh, so it's a rule here too?
Oh, it's a rule here? Oh, is that a rule? Oh, this is our first year in INDYCAR. Get it together.
I mean, they knew. They were just hoping not to get caught.
Yeah. I mean, fuck around and find out, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, that's quite the strategy.
Yeah, bold strategy.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it plays out for him. Starting in 24th, finishing in 25th, Takuma Sato.
I had him for my first out. I was really close. I was close. I mean, it doesn't count, but still. Poor Sato. And it was just in that, and we'll discuss this in a little bit later, the traffic jam that was caused by Simon and Will getting together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like Sato was just in the slew of cars that got stuck behind them and just bombed out.
Yeah. There was nothing they could do.
Nope.
Nothing they could do. That almost happened to me on the way to work this morning. Person in
Was
front
it
of me
because
slammed on their brakes at the last second, and I was like, shit. So I slam on my brakes, and like, and I'm just looking in the rearview mirror, and I was like, I'm gonna get rear-ended.
Oh, I hate that moment. You're like,
Right?
this is it.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, this is it. I'm gonna get rear-ended, and he's gonna push me into her, and so I'm gonna rear-end her, and both ends of this van are gonna be fucked.
No, not the van.
Not the Vangina.
No.
But luckily,
But
me and
luckily,
the
no.
Vangina are both safe. There was no
Good.
contact.
Good to hear.
Yep. We were a little shaken, but
It's okay.
we were both fine. Oh, but yeah, we will get to that. Starting 22nd, finishing 24th. Renus BK.
The Rhinestone Cowboy.
The Rhinestone Cowboy. Oh, but like, what the fuck happened this race, Renus?
So he got off course lap 28, and then his team was like, "This car's a little bit of a handful." And so then lap 31, he smacked the wall right at pit out, which was also a whole thing.
Oh, that was a whole thing.
So yeah, I think
and
the
pit lane was on a curve, and like, if you were in front of the curve, there's no way that your guys can give you an all clear because a car could be on the other side of the curve that you don't know about. I mean, that was a very poor design.
They didn't have any. They didn't have those big weird convex mirrors. I didn't see it. Maybe they did, but yeah, no. Renus's car, I think, was just. Well, I'm going to use. It was a bucking Bronco. There you go.
Oh, I like it. A bucking
It was a mechanical bull.
Which you can laugh all you want at people who do it, but once you try it, you understand it's a lot harder than you'd think to hold on.
Oh no, I know it's a lot harder. I respect the mechanical bull. His car was mechanical. But he does win for, I think, embracing the spirit the best.
Yes.
Yes. That hat.
Yes, he does. That hat.
I would like to wear that hat at all races now.
Me too. He better take it to Texas next year too.
I feel like he paid enough for it. He probably will.
I mean, he paid enough for it. He definitely will. That's a fact.
I get that.
Starting 19th, finishing 23rd, Dalton Kellett.
Who does win first full course yellow for the race for a single car spin in turn 1 because, well, it's Dalton Kellett.
And damn it, if no one else is going to do it, then he's going to do something on lap 1, turn 1. He's sitting in his car like, really, guys? No one?
Nobody?
Really?
Damn it. No one. Fine. I'll do it myself.
Fine. Exactly.
And then, of course, later on, he tried to avoid Scott McLaughlin and his incident and did not, so he was out. He also weirdly was out the first full practice for a mechanical issue.
Yeah, he was, which was odd.
Which I remember, like, I was sitting there and I had, timing and scoring up on the view screen that sometimes worked and sometimes didn't. I also had it up on my phone and I was like, wait, I'm not seeing Dalton Kellett. Anybody see Dalton Kellett recently? Is this like St. Pete? Is he stuck somewhere?
They just is he not even on the runner across the screen anymore? Yeah.
He wasn't, and that's why I watched it 3 times scroll by, and I was like, okay, we're back to 1. Where's Dalton?
You're like, no, they're really, yeah.
No, guys, he's really not out there.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's too funny. Starting 23rd, finishing 22nd, Scott McLaughlin.
Who
was involved in the third yellow.
The third yellow, he had quite a few things happen to him in the race. He got kind of bumped by Ed Jones, so he spun. Then he almost had just like a single car spin, but he saved it. So good on you, Scott.
Yep.
And then he got taken out by his teammate because somebody on Team Penske didn't remember the rule.
Never take out your teammate.
Never take out your teammate. But I mean, yes, he was taken out. Although his save was really good, so I do have to give Scott points for like maintaining control of the car.
Oh, he gets props for
Was
that for sure.
tight and tricky and also bumpy as hell.
Yes. Yeah, the bumpiness was like Detroit on steroids.
Yeah. Y'all don't
I
believe in
mean,
asphalt?
so much of the practices were like just them going pretty damn slow, just trying to lay down a little bit of rubber.
And then it rained the night before the race because of course it did.
Because of course it did.
Yeah.
Not like a little bit, like it
The whole time.
rained.
All of them.
Oh, yeah. Poor Scott. Next up, starting 7th and finishing 21st, Simon Pagenaud.
Simon.
So this was the traffic jam.
This was the traffic jam. And
Go ahead.
Well, Will and Scott, sorry.
So yeah, it involved the 10, the 12, the 21, the 22, the 30, the 45, and the 48.
Yeah.
So Will, who's in the 10? Erickson, Pillow, VK, Page, Sato, Jimmy.
What was the other number? Okay. Like, wait, there was a couple more numbers. Felt like more. It looked like a lot more.
It looked like it was most of the damn field.
Well, I think those are the ones that maybe had some like minor issues, and the others were just stuck behind them.
It's true. Like, yeah. So that was.
But they did call the incident between Will and Simon a racing. Sorry, can't speak. Incident. I don't know. Will just kept trying to spear people.
He did. That was one of the many times that I yelled, "God damn it," during the race.
I was one of a couple of times I was like, Will, please don't make me find you after the race.
So the race went on so long that the DJ that was at the beach, Jay, at the riverbank.
The beach. Don't you fight me. They call it a beach on the map.
Right. Apparently he was only playing till a certain time, and the race went on so long that like the DJ fucking left, like that tore everything down and left. But I have my scanner on, and like the music was so fucking loud that I put earplugs in my ears to like drown out the music, but then put my scanner on top and had it up loud, and that seemed to work the best. I tried multiple things. So I don't even notice when the DJ leaves. And so now there's like no sound at all. And I don't realize it because I have earplugs in, and then my scanner up super loud. And Colton heard when he crashed at the very end. Oh, I screamed, God damn it, and didn't realize that there was no other sound to block it out. And like every other person there turned and looked at me.
You're like, but you weren't wrong.
I wasn't wrong. I was like, listen, he was on my fantasy team this week.
Also, it was just heartbreaking.
It was heartbreaking. Yes, it was. Next up, starting 27th, finishing 20th.
Oh, we forgot to say that Simon got taken out because Grosjean got into him, and so he had a broken toe link. He was able to get the car into the pit, so he didn't throw a caution, though.
That is true.
That was very
yeah.
Yeah.
His countrymen screwed him.
French on French violence? France on France violence? I don't know the word. Yes.
I think French on French.
French on French. Just sounds weird.
It does.
Anyway.
But so do a lot of French words, so that fits.
Oh, sure.
So next up, Cody Ware started 27th, finished 20th. Mostly by attrition.
Also, how long has it been since we've seen anybody be DQ'd for failure to keep competitive speed? Like a damn while.
Lotus in the 500 is the most
That's
recent one that comes
I was
to
supposed to
mind
say,
for me.
that's the only one that comes to mind until Cody Ware. He
Yeah.
finished and I think he was the one who spun and like tried to restart. It was either he or Kellett. They spun, so they restarted to try and pull out, and then it became like that moment of Austin Powers where he's just like slowly trying to like turn the tug in like the very
Yes.
narrow hallway. Oh, it was real painful to watch. At that point, I just be like, get out the car, get out the car. That's what it felt like.
Oh, it did feel like that. It was Cody Ware. Yeah.
Can't believe DQ'd for not maintaining a competitive. Like, damn.
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 Those flag guys must have been so tired of handing out blue flags to him. They
I'm
were
just
like,
glad I
that's
didn't
it. I'm
see it.
waving black. Damn it.
They're like, everybody's livers are shot. We got a DQ and we can't play the blue flag game.
Right.
Because it was lap 71 of
Yeah.
80. Like, oof. Thank God I didn't see them blue flags.
No kidding.
Oof.
No kidding.
They'd have found our bodies somewhere
Yeah.
on the
On
beach.
the beach. That was
we don't even plan
amazing.
this, people.
No, there's no way we could have planned. If we had planned it, we'd have fucked it up.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I don't want to talk about this.
Oh, started on the pole.
Because he did a hell of a qualification.
Yeah, he fucking did. Young Colton Herta.
Oh.
Sadly, he finished 19th.
Like his finishing position does not
No.
describe the racecraft that he displayed this weekend. Like
Oh my goodness.
Qual, he knew the track. It felt like halfway through the first practice, and he was like, now I'm just having fun, guys."
Yeah, I'm adding him to the list of versatile drivers because
Yeah.
damn, he got real comfortable real fast. And the whole weekend on the radio, the only thing he was bitching about was people going too slow in front of him or slowing him up or how he couldn't get a good enough gap to go as fast as he wanted to go. What'd you say?
Including the pace car.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, the pace car was going slower than they were supposed to, and he called his team and had them call race control. Like he wasn't having it. He bitched about the pace car multiple times.
It was a weird race weekend, but I mean, Qualls, was fantastic. He was putting flyer laps down on his primary tires, like not on the faster alternates, just on the primaries.
No, on the blacks, yeah.
And then he restarts. He was beautiful on the restarts. At one point, like within 2 turns, he had already built like a 1.3 second gap.
Yep.
Let's see, like there was about 20 laps or 15 laps before he got out. There was a really good battle between he and Ericsson.
Yes, there was. I mean, and it was exciting to watch both of them.
And
I really feel like, I mean, not that we haven't previously seen great things from Colton Herta, but for Ericsson especially, but also Herta, like they've really hit their stride.
I agree. Very much so. This
yeah,
was a good,
like
yeah.
they're in the zone. They are, yeah, they have definitely hit their stride.
Well, it was one of those great battles because Ericsson had speed on those long straightaways on the bridge, great, but Colton outbraked him every single corner. And so he would catch up to him, but it was just in time for the bridge. And it was it was one of those moments where I'm like, thank you for staying on this NBC because I can watch this the rest of my life.
Right. Oh,
till the end.
That was, yeah. Yep. It was beautiful until it wasn't. And you know what? Thankfully, neither one of us were like in those stands.
Oh God, no, they would have no. Mm-mm.
Yep, because we would have been able to see it firsthand. Because in turn 9,
Oh, he just
fucking lap 75, he stuffed it.
he stuffed it. He stuffed it, and then the footage of him like in the truck crying a little bit. I'm gonna be honest, he was crying a little bit. I, if you don't have a heart, you weren't a little sad at that moment.
Right? He's
And
not the only
then
one who cried a little bit.
no, I think we all did. And also, I just want to say shout out to whoever at AMR was like low key blocking the full view.
Yep.
Like he was kind of there, like you could see Colton, but like the AMR guy was like, I'm gonna just stand here at the window and like, hey Colton, everything's cool. Also, I'm just blocking the
Right.
camera a
Like, I'm
little
just gonna
bit.
let you be you, and I'm gonna, like, yeah,
And nice. I appreciate that.
yeah, that was nice.
That was very
But,
nice.
oh, damn, that was sad. Led the
Heartbroken.
most laps, had the fastest lap.
I mean, it I mean, yeah, it was his race, but he crashed. But it really was his race.
It
Mm,
was his
mm,
race. Mm. Starting 21st, finishing 18th, Max Chilton.
I just want to know why in the hell he had 5 pit stops.
Who knows?
Like,
Um,
I even tried to do some looking to figure that out because I was like, what the hell, 5 pit stops? And of course, it's Carlin, so there's nothing on their Twitter about IndyCar because God forbid.
um, I mean, that's one of my, channels that gets scanned. But I didn't really hear much out of them.
I there's not really a lot. I just saw it in the results, and I was like, why? Why did he have 5?
Yeah, I wonder if he just couldn't get his car to feel right, or
Yeah, or if they were trying to do some weird strategy. I don't. Well, it didn't work. But
who
yeah,
knows?
but 5 pit stops are gonna get you.
Yeah, that's gonna get you for sure. Sure is. Starting 3rd, finishing 17th, Alexander Rossi.
He again, he and Herta were having fun the first half of the race. By lap 1, he passed Dixon and he was like, "I'm gonna go ahead and just take second, Dixie. It's cool.
It's cool.
It's cool." And then lap 51, Pato got into him. Thankfully Rossi was able to restart, and then Andretti Autosport decided to play. Let's split the strategy. Oh, that's a good strategy. I mean, to be fair, ultimately
To
Herta's
be
strategy
fair,
did. To be fair, Herta's strategy didn't really work out either, but for other reasons. But it was the whole like, okay, one pits now, one will wait, and because well, obviously there probably will be a later caution.
yeah,
Yeah, which I get. The gamble just didn't go in Rossi's favor, strategery wise. So I'm
it did
cranky.
not, and ugh, it was also on my team this week.
Yeah, I mean, he's just probably. Ooh, I can make.
Starting 5th, another driver who really kind of took to this course like a fish takes to water.
Yes.
Finishing 16th, Romain Grosjean.
He led a lap. Now, it was due to pit cycling, but his kids were there, and so that was cute.
Yeah, that
So
was.
also I got to see his family because I randomly like stumbled upon the part of driver introductions where they walk across the stage and then get into the trucks. Didn't plan it, but I saw the whole like Grosjean family, and I was like, oh, this is an adorable family. I would die for them. They
Oh my gosh.
all of the kids had like matching shirts on, and I was like, stop it, they're too cute.
Uh,
But like
they really
in a
are an adorable
way,
family.
like not in a like weird Ryan Hunter Ray, all of my kids dress like me way. It's cooler.
I don't know. I think that's pretty cute.
It's cute when they wear the fire suits, but not when they just wear like the yellow like DHL shit.
I mean, but the fire suits are fucking hot.
No, no, I like the fire suits. I think those are cool when they do it. But when they just wear like this is my daddy's jersey, I'm like, yeah.
No, I like both because they can't wear the fire suits every time because they're hot. Like,
I know. But Grosjean's kids looked really good. Like they did the matching shit 110%. You know,
I love it.
it was all detailed.
I love it.
Oh.
Starting 6th, finishing 15th, Jack Harvey.
Also had a good car, just sometimes the pit cycles go for it. Sometimes the pit cycles screw you.
Yep. And it just didn't work for Jack this weekend.
No.
Starting 11th, finishing 14th, Will Power.
Got a unavoidable contact when he who did he? Oh, that was McLaughlin, wasn't it?
Yep.
Like, slap was that? That was because Will tried to hit God and everybody on the course at some point.
God, yeah.
Two out of his three teammates. And of course he was the one who caused it. Well, it's a racing incident, but I don't know.
Yeah.
The thing was Simon that held up half the field.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Starting 8th, finishing 13th, Pato Award.
Who I hope had a little bit of a talking to after this race.
Yeah.
He got a penalty for failing to yield to the safety car and an avoidable contact penalty, nearly back to back.
Yeah, like, come on now.
Calm down now. Calm down, Pato. Take a
Yeah.
breath. Put on some relaxing music for a moment.
Get your shit together.
And then you can go.
Do you think that's what they said during a stop and go?
Maybe. That's what I
Maybe.
would have said. Well, that's not at all what I would have said. I would never been able to broadcast what I said. But I would have ended it with, now please take 3 deep breaths for me.
And let's focus forward.
And let's focus forward and go.
Oh. All right. Starting 20th in the 20. Heyo.
Heyo.
Finishing 12th, Connor Daly.
Solid race for Connor, especially after he really kerfluffed it practice 1 in that tire barrier right near us.
Yep, sure did.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah. But overall, solid race.
Solid race.
Solid race.
Starting 17th, finishing 11th, Santino Ferrucci. He got caught in the kerfluffle.
In the traffic jam.
Yep, but still finished just outside the top 10.
Yeah, I don't know. Ferrucci's in a weird position right now.
He is.
Yes, because like he's been in the third RLL car, but there are a lot of rumors about that car.
A lot of rumors about that car.
Yes.
As you announced earlier, just in case anybody was wondering, Molly will not be driving for RLL in the 2022 season.
I can't remember who it was, but somebody's like, so-and-so confirms they're not driving for Ray Hall, Letterman, Lanigan. I was like, is that what we're doing now? Confirming who we're not driving for?
Right?
Get out of here.
That was great. Then you were like, I would like to confirm that I also am not.
I too can confirm I will not be racing for Ray Hall, Letterman, Lanigan Racing next year. I can say that about all of the teams in the paddock. I really just care about what team you will be driving for.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Starting 12th, finishing 10th, Joseph Newgarden, who kind of had a bit of the yips.
Kind of, and here's...
I mean, first hometown race for him. Like, I bet that the first time that Ed raced in the 500, being the Indianapolis driver, you know, I'm sure that it adds extra nerves.
Don't you ever say anything like about Ed Carpenter like that again. Ed Carpenter never has nerves.
I mean, I bet he just had a little bit of butterflies that first time. I mean, and then
Shut your dirty mouth.
And then he remembered his BDE.
And then he was like,
and he fucking killed it. Yeah.
Daddy only does ovals.
Daddy only does ovals. But yeah, so I think there was, he kind of had a little bit of the yips. Didn't qualify great.
Yeah, he had a weird qualifying incident.
Yeah.
Lap 1, like the front of his car kind of got a little brokeed, and they
Sure did.
never fixed it. It never got like the nose. They can replace the nose cone. Never got fixed.
Yeah, I
Never.
don't know why.
I don't know why either. The whole
Yeah.
time, because throughout the race, be like, and like here you can still see the damage, and I'm like, why are we not? This is Penske. You all don't got extras. You don't got a
Right?
spare.
Like, since when are y'all filing for bankruptcy? What are we?
Right?
Are we charging for nose cones now? Like,
What is this? Are you Yunkos? Are you out there picking up scrap parts now? What's happened, Roger? And I say that in love to Ricardo.
oh, absolutely.
But we
Absolutely
all know.
love to Ricardo. Oh. Next up, starting 15th, finishing 9th, Elio Castroneves.
Hey, first time back in a car since the 500, and he's in the top 10 at a new track.
At a new track. Can't be mad at that.
Can't be mad
And
at that.
yeah,
Yeah. He was just like, in case you guys forgot, I also do road courses.
I do that. I do it all.
I do it all. I am Elio Castroneves.
Castroneves.
I am. Oh, my bad. Let me put some respect on that. I am four-time Indy 500 winner Elio Castroneves.
Castroneves. Oh. Next up, starting 4th, finishing 8th, Felix Rosenquist.
Hey, Felix's luck has turned around.
It has.
I'm happy for him.
You know what? Honestly, I am too.
I'm happy for him.
I am too. I had him as my first out, and I was happy to be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, we don't pick the first out because we hate them. We just, sometimes.
Based on past experiences and patterns.
But good for Felix.
Good for Felix. He needed a good race.
He did.
He did indeed. Starting 9th, finishing 7th. Almost consistent.
Almost.
Alex Palou.
Who would have finished higher, but he had a penalty for an engine change, which would be
Again!
his second. I'd say his second engine change.
What the fuck, Honda?
And again, Chip Ganassi Racing. Is this your first year?
Goddamn.
It's happening. Somebody check on Chip. I think he's homicidal.
Oh, yeah. He's calling Honda like the American Red Cross is calling you.
Sometimes they change their numbers.
Oh, exactly. That's how you
I
get
had
them
to look.
to answer.
I bet they've called like 8 times. Is there something this weekend? Oh God.
Oh, I'm sure they have.
And-
Sure they have.
Alrighty.
Oh.
Well,
Next up, starting 26th, finishing 6th, Ed Jones.
good on you, Ed. With the drive-through.
Where was that when he drove for Ganassi?
I don't know.
Unless they just always set the car up how Scott likes it, and that's just really not how Ed likes it. Because that's more than attrition. 26 to 6.
No,
I mean,
whole thing.
That's 20 fucking spots. That's some Rossi shit.
I think he's the biggest mover. If I'm
yeah.
Yeah, he's big. Okay, I was like, yeah,
he's hard charger for this race.
There you go. I mean, maybe that's it. I always feel like when he was with Chip, like they set the car up the way Scott likes it for all cars, and well, that's it. Like, sorry, they want to get all of the data. So,
yeah,
that's it.
And I kind of feel like that's it. And yeah, however he's got the car set up right now is really fucking working for him.
Yeah. He has that bad boy tuned in.
Oh, yeah. I mean, great fucking race for Ed Jones.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic.
Fantastic. Next up, starting 13th, finishing 5th, Graham Rahal.
As I always say, Graham's going to just be there.
I mean, he's been having a good season.
He's not bad where he is. He's just always good. It's just, all right, okay.
Yeah,
again,
I'm
good
sure
race.
he is craving a podium.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like good for you, Graham.
Yeah.
Top 5. Top 5 finish. Good for you.
Can't be mad at that.
Nope. Starting 14th, finishing 4th.
I was to say not like the next two people we're about to talk about.
Yeah, no. Driving like his job's on the line because it is Ryan Hunter-Reay.
That might have been one of the best moments when I rewatched the broadcast. Colton was at some point trying to get around Ryan and actually Hinch, and the broadcaster's like, sometimes you can depend on your teammates to help, but also these two are driving as an addition, so they're not really gonna help their teammate. And in my mind, I was like, I'm not mad.
No, ain't mad at that at all.
Right? Like, don't fuck up your teammate's car, but also, hey, bro, I'm trying to get a ride next year, so
right?
see it. Like, you gotta ride.
I got bills to pay.
Rahel's like, I have 3 boys. I need money.
Right? They're not teenagers yet, and they will literally eat me out of house and home.
They will be soon.
They will be soon. And then next up, starting 10th, finishing 3rd on the podium, Mr. James Hinchcliffe.
Hey, Hinch! All right. I mean, hey, he kept it clean.
Yep.
What did you say?
Oh, I was just gonna say we haven't seen him on a podium in a while, and it was really nice.
Very nice. And he drove clean. He kept the car under him. The pit stop god smiled upon James, and there we go. 3rd place, Hinch. Get some.
Get some.
Yeah.
Love seeing that. Next up, starting 2nd, finishing 2nd. Consistent. Scott Dixon.
Thy name is Scott Dixon.
Consistency, thy name is Scott Dixon. That is a fact.
That's a fact.
Oh.
There's really not much else to say about that.
Nope, not really.
Hey, Scott in 2nd. So anyway.
Let's see. Oh,
he did cause a red flag at practice.
He what now?
I said he did cause a red flag during practice.
Sure did. He hit the front and then tried to reverse and then hit the back.
It was a little, and it was flapping like a damn kite. I forgot that's the back end. Oh, my call was like,
that
Scott,
was funny.
stop the car. God,
yeah,
that shit ain't cheap.
Tail just flapping. It was like a kite or like soup cans and shit with a just married. Yeah. Yep. Hysterical. Ed Jones, by the way, did get an avoidable contact and a drive-through for that on lap 24.
Yeah, his bump with McLaughlin.
Yeah, so he did get penalized for that. And then our winner started in 18th. Also quite the hard charger, especially considering that he had a restart at the back of the field and a stop and go for emergency service in a closed pit and avoidable contact, and amazingly fought his way to the front with all of that. Marcus Ericsson.
I mean, my boss is an INDYCAR fan. She swung by the office the other day. She was like, "What was that race?" And I was like, "I don't know." And the only way one can sum up the race is the winner of the race actually nearly started the race running into another car, getting up in the air, and then serving 2 penalties. So, yeah, and won. Like, what?
Yeah.
What?
These things don't go together.
That's not, I mean, happy for Marcus. It's just not how it happens.
Yeah, it's just like, the fuck?
Yeah, although I believe that I did say Marcus was going to be a good bet. Now, granted, if you asked me that after lap, 7, I'd have been like, no.
You're like, I didn't say that. I didn't say shit about shit.
I did was like, yeah, Marcus is going to be good this weekend. So just didn't put any money on that. Oh, I really thought team orders were going to come down that last restart.
Same.
With Dixon, I was like, son of a bitch. They're gonna be like, hey Marcus, let your teammate pass because he's in the championship fight. Yeah. But it didn't. So
it did not.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Same here.
I
Good on
mean,
you, Chip Ganassi.
sorry, team orders, because that's not really a thing.
Yes. Yeah, that's not allowed in INDYCAR, and so we say that with quotes.
And then a big old wink. Wink.
Did you like that?
Yeah. But
I did
hey,
I did the finger guns too.
oh, you did the Renus?
Yeah. I love to do that little sound with the finger guns.
Yeah.
So overall, it was a great weekend. There are
It
definitely,
was.
I mean, first year for anything, there's always some growing pains and
Absolutely.
some trial by fire, really.
I
And so
believe
you
it's called
just,
building by fire.
yeah, it was more building by fire. So there's the basic shit like, okay, they didn't really have enough places to sit. The signage was inadequate at times. The track needs to be a
They
little wider.
need to kind of
Um,
think about positioning of the screens.
of the screens and really making the GA something that um,
Is something,
is
really.
is somewhere where you can actually watch the race with some seating, etc. Because Molly and I actually ended up watching the race in separate places because you didn't have your scanner and so you couldn't handle the DJ.
I couldn't have handled him with a scanner and headphones in and earplugs in.
Yeah. So we watched in two separate places, which is not something that we ever do at a live race.
No.
So yeah, and the screens could be bigger in addition to the location of them.
Sure.
Um, it seemed a little pricey, but I mean, when you get the concerts and everything as well, it kind of makes sense.
Sure. Yeah, that's true because all tickets did get you into the concert.
That's true. Yeah. So it's like if you were people pay that amount just for concerts. So it's like when you look at it like that, like okay, but it is still a little pricey for IndyCar fans. Would have appreciated a shuttle.
Some type of shuttle service, yeah.
Yeah. But so that kind of stuff, that's basic first year stuff that you kind of figure out and you grow. There's some growing pains, you figure it out, a little trial and error.
I mean, on the plus side, they had enough food and they definitely had enough bathrooms. And
they were very well prepared on the porta potty situation. I would have liked the porta pots to be spread out a little more because there were some areas that I felt like I had to walk for a long time to get one.
So the beach area definitely was like kind of set off from everything. I would say that.
It
Definitely.
was there. They should have had just a few things like just a set of like 5 porta pots over by the beach area. Because it was a little bit of a haul from the beach to the porta potty.
And the food vendor right there, not
That's all I'm saying. Like just one. I mean, it had a full bar, so you can't be mad at that. But yeah, like we needed a food vendor there.
Maybe some hot dogs.
Yeah, but I will say, and I think everybody can agree with this, the most ridiculous thing we saw all weekend was the stands not being built. I mean, day one, when we asked a worker, how do we get over to blah blah blah, and they're like, here, take one of the only 2 pedestrian bridges and walk all over hell and half of Georgia, and then he goes, but I'm pretty sure that stand 7 hasn't been built yet.
He was like, I don't think that's been built, and we were like, nah,
we were like,
that's a lie.
We just all kind of like had this moment together of like, the fuck did he just say? And then we were like, nah.
So there we went, like off on a merry adventure, and we were like, oh no, like you almost crested a teeny tiny hill, not a real hill, but you almost they kind of just came into view before us, and we all just went, oh no, it's not done.
We're just like, fuck.
At that point, it's Friday, the race is Sunday, and you think to yourself, they're not working on it right now. Is this going to happen?
Yeah.
Now, I will say they did get built. The track did handle it. But you shouldn't go to a race and not have your grandstands built. Like,
No,
step 1, have the track. Step 2, have race cars. Step 3, have the seats.
it's pretty basic.
Pretty basic. And there's like 14 different reasons why. We've heard some people like, well, they didn't have access until Tuesday, and I was like, that's shitty planning on their part.
Yeah.
Should have done a better job. Should have A, gotten earlier access. Maybe B, staffed up.
Just maybe.
Maybe, but like, it's not an excuse.
It's
So it didn't
not.
happen. But they did eventually get built Saturday night, one understand. And the track did, like, if you had a seat, you had to go to like guest services, and they would reseat you for like Saturday. You got reseated, satted.
Yes. And they were very good with refunds and all that business. Like their customer service on that side with all that going on was excellent.
Very nice. Very, once you got there, because we had friends who were like, yeah, we went up there and they took care of us and they got new seats. So that's nice.
Yep, and refunded and it wasn't just a partial refund of like the difference between a seat and the grandstand. Like they got their entire ticket refunded for that day.
It's very nice.
I mean, that's how you build repeat customers. Like that's good customer service. So like right there, that's awesome because Green Savory wouldn't do that shit. Just for example. Just, if I got to put a name to somebody who might not do that. But, you were at Gateway in person their first year, and it's like they ran out of food, and, there's always something that.
There's always something at a first race, yes.
There just always is. But overall, like, not too shabby for your first time out. And they had fireworks on Saturday night.
Yeah, and it was the most watched, if you take the 500 out of it, most watched Indy race in years.
Years. Which is awesome.
Totally awesome. Great sign.
Oh my gosh. When I saw that, I was like, fuck yes.
Yeah. Hell
yes. Hell to the yes.
Oh yeah. Good race. Good weekend. They can only go up from it.
Yeah.
It'll be good. Little tweaks will be good. Well,
just a few tweaks. Just a few things.
Some tweaks.
But overall, yeah. Excellent weekend. Had a lot of fun. Had a great time with all of our friends. Everybody we ran into.
The
hotel. Oh my God. Motel 6.
No, Super 8.
No, I'm saying to Motel 6, leave the light on for us. We will never again stray.
Yeah, that one's on us.
It's on us. We thought because it was owned by Wyndham that the Super 8 might be a little bit better. And let me tell you, there was absolutely nothing super about it. One of our Twitter followers commented, I stayed there. It's by a Waffle House. Blah, blah, blah. They were like, it's horrible. They were right. We were right by Oahu. It was the exact same one. And it was awful.
Horrible. Yeah.
I mean, there weren't critters. I'll say that.
Yes.
We had no stowaways or extra, species in the room other than us.
Yeah.
And the beds were new and updated. The curtains were updated. They're in the process of updating it.
Yeah.
But we were not in a nice part of town.
And other than the beds and the curtain, it's not clean.
No, not really. But we were next to the biker bar, Jazzy's Bistro.
Come feel the sensations. Oh, that's gonna make me laugh for years.
Feel the sensations.
Come feel the sensations.
Jazzy's Bistro. Who would have ever guessed that Jazzy's Bistro would be the biker bar?
I mean, when the tagline is "Come feel the sensations," that's 100% when I was like, "This is a strip club or a biker bar." And 6 one, half a dozen the other.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
good weekend. It was the first race weekend, first inaugural race weekend. Next year we'll know, and
next year,
so will the track.
right? And you know what? It's okay. It's okay, Nashville, because Molly and I forgot shit too. We fucked
Yep.
some shit up too because it's the first street course that we've had in a while. And we
Oh,
weren't used to the whole like taking everything you need for the whole
oh
day because
Lord.
we can't just run back to the campsite. I forget how nice it is to just run back to the campsite. And that's another reason that I would not get a hotel at like Road America or Mid Ohio. I have to bring everything with me. Fuck that.
No. Not happening.
Crap on that noise.
Hmm.
So that's okay. We all learned some things.
We did. It'll
Yeah,
be better next year.
it will be better next year. Yeah. And if you want to see any of the photos or read did you or read Molly's blog about the race, which was
I
do the
did.
two-step
Hey.
um from the get up. You can
Also, just two-stepping.
yeah. You can find links to our social media, links to our podcast, and all that business on our website at www.fastcarsfastgirls.com. You can read Molly's blog. And you can, like I said, link to everything we have. We have a TikTok. You can listen on YouTube. We have a Facebook. We have a Twitter. We have an Instagram that Molly handles that is just fabulous. And you get to see all of the great photos that we take, and of course, any memes that we may come up with. And we're pretty damn funny on Twitter as well. I'm just gonna put that out there.
So
Um,
funny.
and on TikTok, actually, as it turns out. So. And make sure to check us out, fastcarsfastgirls.com. And make sure that you subscribe to our podcast. We are available anywhere that you like to listen to podcasts. And so make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. We are fast and funny 52 weeks a year. So subscribe, rate, review, and share us with your friends and family.
Yes, please.
All right. Well, it's getting late, so we should probably wave the white flag.
I think you're right. I don't have much. Boy, I think everything got put out on the table. Good weekend. Now we know what to do better next year. So let's go.
My white flag is there's another race at our home track this weekend on the road course.
That's it.
And if you're local or within driving distance, you should come. It is a historic INDYCAR and Brickyard and NASCAR combined weekend at the Brickyard.
It's a triple header at the Brickyard.
Triple header at the Brickyard.
First time the Brickyard 500. Jesus, the Brickyard 400 has been ran on the road course.
Yeah, so it'll be very, very, very fun. And they had a weekend like this last year. Of course, NASCAR, the Cup Series ran on the oval, but fans were not allowed.
Yeah.
So this year, fans get to experience the Xfinity Series, Cup Series, and the IndyCar Series all in one weekend. So check it out. And if you want a preview on the IndyCar part of it, well, then I'm going to suggest that you go back to May when we preview the GMR Grand Prix. Or is that the GMR? Yeah.
That's the GMR Grand Prix.
Yeah. So we'll tell you all about it, how many miles long it is and how many turns, and you can listen to that. So that's my white flag.
Okay.
Come to the track this weekend. All right. Well, thanks for listening.
Bye.